I want to follow up with where Laura went on fast track. Trade negotiators say they don't have the leverage to get a good deal without fast track authority. And President Obama is obviously asking for fast track authority. Do you think President Obama should have fast track authority? And if you are president, would you want fast track authority?
Well, Dan, I would say this. I believe that you take whatever happens to you in a negotiation and you try to leverage it. In this case, I believe that one of the ways the president could get fast track authority is to deal with the legitimate concerns of those Democrats who are potential yes voters, to see what within the negotiation or what's even in the existing framework agreement that is being drafted could be modified or changed. I'll give you an example. When I sounded a bit of an alarm in my book, Hard Choices, about the investor-state dispute settlement process, I did so because it's fundamentally an anti-democratic process. And it really depends, first, whether it's in there, and if it's going to be in there, what the terms will be and who is in the room. If it's only those parties, those corporations predominantly, who have a stake in the outcome, and you're not hearing from local or state governments, you're not hearing from non-governmental organizations like environmental groups or health groups, then I'm not sure that's a fair way to resolve a dispute. That's just one example I would give you. So now perhaps the president and his team can say to the other parties, because remember, the other parties have something to gain or they wouldn't be in the negotiation either. Now, that's what a negotiation is, you know? You give some to get some. It's just a question of how much you're willing to give to get in return. I think that the president's team could go to every one of these other parties and to say, I know you understand the process of fast track. I want to get it, but I'm going to have to make some adjustments in order to get it. But if I get it, then we have to negotiate on the basis of those adjustments. And I think that is really worth trying. That's why I talked about it yesterday in Iowa.
So is President Obama not negotiating hard enough?
Oh, no, he has negotiated very hard. Look, these are complicated negotiations. You have so many different players with different needs and wants at the table. I think, though, if he wants to get fast-track authority, then he's going to have to try to figure out how to use the vote on Friday as the leverage to get some changes to get fast-track authority. Now, you don't need fast-track authority technically. What other countries will say is, we're a parliamentary system, but I remember what happened on the Korea trade agreement. We inherited from the Bush administration. It was done. We opened it up. And we opened it up in concert with the UAW and others who wanted changes made. Then we got the changes made, and we got it through our Congress, and there were a lot of political challenges to getting it through in Korea. But there's always room to maneuver, and I think this is one of those times, and that's really what I was saying and what I hope happens. Thank you all very much.